series of gladiators. Skill, speed, strength and stamina were not the only qualities we looked for in our contenders this year.
And we feel a little bit of personality, a little bit of humour will help our contenders move forward to the next round.
Absolutely, and there is a lot at stake this year. Our champions and our runners-up will share prize money worth £14,000. And on top of that, our overall winners will each drive away with one of these fabulous four-wheel drive off-the-road vehicles.
So let's meet our four lucky contenders, who are...
Ladies first, Eunice Huthart.
And Lorraine Stanley.
Welcome, Eunice. Tell us a bit about yourself, where you're from and what you do.
I am from Liverpool. And as well as being a wife and housewife and mother, I'm also a full-time kickboxer.
That's right. You've reached a very high standard indeed, haven't you?
Yeah, thanks to me coach, who's the best person in the universe. Through his knowledge and expertise, he's took me to the greatest heights. At the moment, I'm third in the world in the span of 2.5 years training.
Third in the world? That's terrific. The sport itself, is it quite a dangerous sport?
You pick up injuries. My trainer's views, Alfie Lewis, his views are train hard, fight easy. Train as a competitor, fight as a champion.
It's terrific, that is, and hopefully you'll fight as a champion tonight. Now, you've got a little girl, haven't you? Is she here tonight?
Yeah, my little baby, Carly. Is she waving?
There's someone over there. So you're looking forward to the night?
Yeah, can't wait.
Well, we'll let you go off and prepare for your very first event. Let's hear it for Eunice Huthart.
Well, Lorraine, she sounds like a tough customer. So, you're in the army. Where are you based?
I'm based out in Krefeld in Germany.
Ooh, any supporters here with you today?
Yeah, I've got a few supporters out in the crowd.
Let's hear them then. So tell us, what does a young lady based in Germany know about the gladiators?
Well, it's a big show over there. It's a big following. Just because we're in Germany, we do get to hear about you. It's watched quite a lot.
And how do you think you're going to do today?
I wouldn't like to say, as Eunice is one tough cookie, but it's going to be interesting. I'm going out there heart and soul.
Are you nervous?
Yeah, I'm really nervous. Can't you tell? But yeah, I'm nervous, but it's brilliant. I'm really glad to be here.
Well, I wish you the best. I'm sure you'll do well. Let's hear it for Lorraine.
Let's meet the guys. Tonight they are Blackledge
and Andy Riddoch.
I sense just a little bit of support there for you, Lee. Tell us a bit about yourself, what you do and where you're from.
I'm a shoe technician from Hornchurch.
A shoe technician? What's that long for?
No, I'm only mucking about. I'm a cobbler.
Oh, brilliant. And how's business going?
Not too bad, not too bad.
I understand you call yourself the Soul Man, is that right?
Yes. Oh, well, I thought you get all the gladiators, they have their names, stage names, so I think the contenders should. So, regarding my job, I think I should call myself the Soul Man.
Well, that's what we'll call you from now on, then. So what do you do outside work?
Mostly I do bodybuilding, bike, running, stuff like that. Just any sport that I really turn my hand to, that I enjoy.
Well, listen, got a nice little pleasure for you, because your first event is Skytrack, and I understand you really enjoy that.
I'm looking forward to it. I've done well in training on it, so hopefully I can pull it off today.
Let's hear it for Blackledge.
Okay, Andy, what do you do for a living?
Right, Fash, I'm a supplier of reclaimed thermoplastic. Sounds a bit complicated. Basically, I go into manufacturers of plastic products, take away, reject faulty mouldings, get them all recycled.
Sounds pretty complicated.
Yeah, basically, it goes back into the trade and they're manufactured into buckets and spades, frisbees, 101 plastic products that you'll see every day of your life.
Do you have time to train?
It's hard. I'm married, 2 young kids, so I push my luck a bit. I enjoy water sports, skiing, windsurfing, mountain biking.
So you're a bit of an all-rounder?
Yeah, I mean, the sport I enjoy to compete in competitively is triathlon.
Really? Any of the events you're a bit worried about today?
I'm happy with all the events apart from one, Skytrack. It's the only one that I've just not hit it off through training.
And how did you do in the practice runs?
Slow. I wasn't happy, but I'm going to give it 110% tonight, and I'm out here to win.
Well, they'll all be behind you. Let's hear it for Andy!
Well, hopefully the girls should be prepared in their safety equipment, ready for our very first event this evening, which is Skytrack. So for Skytrack, Lorraine and Eunice are going to be chased by Jet and Scorpio. Over to John Anderson.
Contenders, ready! Gladiators, ready! 3, 2, 1.
So Jet is chasing Eunice, Scorpio is after Lorraine. And Jet doing very well, powering up on Eunice. And the sparks fly, takes her out. Scorpio left in Lorraine's wake, Eunice still battling on. But she won't pick up any points. But Lorraine does, 10 of them. In the replay, we can see Jet takes Eunice out on the corner. But our Army PTI, Lorraine, ignoring the disorientation of this event, battles on. And Scorpio, not even in the frame. And isn't she happy? After one event, Eunice yet to get off the mark, Lorraine scrambles up to 10.
In the men's event, Lee and Andy are going to be hunted by Cobra and the Wolfman.
Before the show, Lee explained the problems with this event.
The problem with Skytrack is the fact of your mind. Because you don't know where you are, you're very disorientated. You can't look left or right because obviously you're just looking at where you go. The problem that you find is where you're actually running along, you don't know where you are, so your mind is fighting against your body. So it's very, very disorientating, and it takes a long while to get used to.
Contenders, ready! Gladiators, ready! 3, 2, 1.
Away first time, it's Wolf on Andy, Cobra on Lee. So it's the cobbler chased by the Cobra. Lee powers straight into the lead. And he takes him on the corner. Both of them leaving the Gladiators behind them. That's Andrea and his wife willing him on. Neither Gladiators doing a good job. 10 points for Andy, 5 for Lee. Wolf showing his frustration. Good job he's all tied up and suspended 40 feet in the air. In the replay, we see how Andy accelerates into the lead. This Skytrack set out like a spectacular Grand Prix course. Not quite as fast as Damon Hill, but I think they'll prefer the points to a bottle of champagne. Wolf offering his hand. Oh no! And he should have known better. If Wolf offers his hand, you know it's only going straight in your face. So after our first event, Leeds on 5 and he's on 10.
He's horrible, Wolf. Even I don't like him.
Who's going to disagree with that? An opinion shared by millions.
We move on to our second event, Atmospheres. Eunice and Lorraine are boarding their Atmospheres, and they're going to be chased by Jet and Panther.
Out of the 5 events that I'm actually going to be playing on Saturday, Atmospheres, I really do feel comfortable about. I absolutely love being in that ball and rolling around. I think it's great. I really do love it. in the actual practice we had, I set off 2 pods, and I was absolutely ecstatic when the smoke came out. I was like, yes, yes, I've done it, it's brilliant.
One thing she has to remember, she wasn't facing gladiators in practice. Let's see how ecstatic she is after 60 seconds, banging up against Panther and Jet.
Check pods for smoke. Contenders ready! Gladiators ready! 3, 2, 1.
60 seconds of rocking and rolling. Eunice in the yellow atmosphere and Lorraine in the blue. After the initial clash, the girls have to break for those pods. Panthers on Lorraine. Eunice breaks free from Jet. Eunice on a pod. No smoke. Looked good to me, I must say. Is Lorraine? Jet on Eunice. But it's Lorraine that keeps her from scoring. Lorraine free again. Going for pod 4. Scores! There's the smoke. 3 points. Eunice on pod 3. 3 points! Jet keeping up with her. Marks her out of the pod 2. Here's Lorraine. Panther smashes her off the centre. Good game. 3 apiece. In the replay, we can see Panther just knocking Lorraine off the centre of that pod.
Congratulations, well done, Lorraine. Hard work.
It is hard work. It's hard work to get them to change direction once you've actually stopped on the pod or something.
A lot of leg work involved in there, isn't there?
An awful lot of leg work. The idea is to move it with your legs and not with your hands.
Well done, Lorraine. You got 3 points.
Excellent!
Now, Eunice, I don't know what you thought, but I thought you went over that pod.
Yeah. It's... When you go over them, yeah, you do have to get it dead right. I gathered that from when we were practicing. It did feel right, but...
Well, I'll hold you just there, because if it felt right, John Anderson says it was right. You got 6 points.
Yeah! Yeah, I feel good now. Well done.
You enjoyed this one now?
Yeah, yeah. I was looking forward to this because I wanted to pull some points back, and I'm just glad I've got them other 3 points again now. So 6 now, isn't it? 6 points.
Absolutely. That's it for Eunice. Well done.
Eunice's family pleased with that decision. Gladiators doing a good defensive job. And there's the old Jet flick-flack. After 2 events, Eunice puts 6 points on the board and Lorraine moves up to 13.
Lee and Andy are in their atmospheres, and they're going to be facing 2 of the biggest gladiators, Saracen and Warrior!
Well, they certainly are 2 of the biggest gladiators. Looking at Lee's stats, only 5'9", but 13 stone, which is certainly enough weight to move that atmosphere. Andy, well, he's an inch taller, but a stone lighter.
Contenders ready!
Andy in the blue atmosphere. Lee's in the yellow one.
Gladiators ready! 3, 2, 1.
This is Warrior's first time in an atmosphere since dislocating his knee 2 seasons ago. Smashes into Andy. Andy breaks to pod 3. Oh, misses by inches. Here comes Lee. Misses. Got to get it right in the centre. Just round the outside. Saracen on Andy. Warrior on Lee. Gladiators doing a great job at the moment. Lee breaks from Warrior, but going nowhere near the pods. Andy breaks from Saracen. Going for pod 4. Oh, it smokes him. 3 points. Warrior closing Lee down. There's the whistle. Lee failing to score, paying dearly for that earlier missed opportunity. In the replay, we can see how difficult it is to stop these atmospheres once they're rolling.
Well done, Andy. Having a good time so far?
Yeah, cheers, Fash. Yeah, brilliant. Really enjoying the crowd. That was a hard event. If you'd have asked me before, I was nervous because they take some getting going then. They really take it out with your legs. But what did I get there? 3?
You got 3 points, Andy!
Yes, brilliant.
Big man, Saracen, what do you got to say?
I quite enjoyed that. It was very good. It was very slippery. He cut away from me over there, and he scored in a pod. But next time, I'm going to shut them out.
And you had a heck of a weight advantage.
Oh, yeah, I did. But we got these new atmospheres, as you can see. They're very turbocharged, so we're moving even quicker this year. So the contenders better watch out.
Plenty more to go. Let's hear it for Saracen!
Lee, disappointing round for you. I thought those boots were made for walking.
Yeah, not so much of the soul man. I thought I had the first pod, and then the line was just bad, and I just didn't make it over it. So that's one of those things. And after that, boy, he just had me pinned. I just couldn't get away. He was just moving too fast for me. Full marks for the man. He had me. Very good.
Absolutely, he did a very good job. But let's hear it for Lee anyway. Well, what can I say? What a terrific round for you.
Darling, thank you. Stroll in the park, I think.
A stroll in the park.
Yeah, that's the first time I've ever been back in the atmosphere since, I think a lot of you know that I hurt my knee 2 seasons ago, and it took a great personal challenge to actually get in one. But I'm a gladiator, and I never turned down a challenge, so hope I did okay. Did I do all right?
Back with a vengeance. Let's hear it for Warrior.
Thank you. Look at that. Whatever your age, you always enjoy good competition, and that's what we've got here. Lee 5, Andy 13.
Well, that's the end of part 1. But don't go away, because you're going to see a lot more action on the Gladiators!
National Indoor Arena, where we're just about to kick off with event number 3, the wall. And tonight, Eunice is going to be chased by Zodiac.
Watch out, Eunice.
Lorraine's going to be chased by Nightshade.
He's coming off. I'm going to do my best.
Taking a look at the statistics of champion kickboxer Eunice, 5'7" and 10 stone.
Thirsty now. Drink. Oh dear. Should be a bit stronger than water as well.
Well, maybe if we tell her there's a bar at the top of the wall, she'll get up there in double quick time. Lorraine 2 inches shorter, but 7 pounds heavier.
Contenders, you will go on my first whistle. Gladiators, you will go on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
And the only way is up. First up the wall collects 10 points, second up 5, unless the Gladiators catch them. And here they come to try and do just that. Nightshade on Lorraine, Zodiac on Eunice. Oh, Nightshade grabbing Lorraine's ankle. Zodiac negotiating the overhang. Can Lorraine hang on? Here comes Eunice. Oh, she'll be delighted with that. And there's her dad, Carl. Nightshade getting a better grip on Lorraine. Arms round her waist, the only contender we've ever had from the Channel Islands. Stuck to that wall like a limpet. Well, she'll pick up 5 points if she stays on that wall. Oh, no, with 2 seconds to spare, Nightshade strips her from the rock.
Eunice, that's a long way up, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a long way up, especially when you're looking down.
10 points, you deserve it.
Yeah, I worked out for them. I had a slow start, so I was so determined to do good on that wall, and I did it.
Well done, Eunice. 10 valuable points.
Now, Lorraine, initially it looked as if you had no trouble at all. You were just walking up the wall, but then she came.
Yeah, well, she had me and she was climbing up my body and I could feel her pulling me down. I shut my eyes and just thought, just hold on to that wall. But
You're very, very strong, Nightshade.
Yes, but almost not strong enough for Lorraine, quite honestly. I've had bigger ladies on the wall who've come off with just a sweet tug, but not this young woman.
She's a strong lady. Let's hear it for Nightshade and for Lorraine.
So, after that titanic battle, Eunice climbs to 16 points, Lorraine remains on 13. It's over to the men's wall.
This is going to be hard. I'm nervous enough as it is. Shut up.
Oh, man. Happy days, buddy.
I have got the fastest gladiator chasing me. Why me?
In the men's event, Lee's going to be chased by Trojan. And Andy's going to be hunted by Hunter.
Look, I won't go fast stripes on my outfit, so this guy didn't stand a chance.
Over to John Anderson.
Come on, Andy! Come on! Contenders, you will go on my first whistle. Gladiators, you will go on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
Andy very, very nervous before the event. But Andy going at great speed, scales the overhang. The gladiators are up and at him. Trojan on Lee, Hunter on Andy. And Hunter slipping. Look at where Andy is. He's at the top. And over for 10 points. Must have been fear that got him over. Oh no, Lee slips off!
Andy, have you done any training for that?
I must confess, yeah. About 2 weeks ago, I had an half-hour session down on a climbing wall.
Only half an hour?
Yeah. I mean, I knew Hunter was the fastest gladiator. We'd done a bit of asking around. We found out unofficially his time. And
So you knew his weak spots?
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what Hunter hadn't got any. He's fast. So I had to run up there for my life.
Well, 10 points. Well done, Andy!
Brilliant. Cheers. Thanks, boss.
Now, Hunter, I know that this year you have found a very quick way up there, but it seems as if Andy took it before you got a chance.
Well, I mean, I think this is certainly the event that separates the wheat from the chaff, and he was the wheat in this particular case, you know?
He certainly was.
Hunter magnanimous in defeat. Well, after slipping from the wall, Lee remains on 5. Andy stretches his lead to 23 after 3 events. Next up, swing shot.
Poised and ready on her platform, it's Eunice. Also harnessed up, it's Lorraine. Tonight, they're facing Falcon. Over to John Anderson.
Contenders, ready! Gladiators, ready! 3, 2, 1.
Swing out sisters. Well, if you saw that first show of the season, you'll remember that great performance Lightning gave us protecting the central cylinder, but not so good this time. Eunice picking up 2 blues for 4 points. Contenders can grab as many balls as they like on each swing. Lorraine, 1 point for that yellow. And also up for grabs, 2 points for the blue and 3 for the red. Lorraine with a blue and a beak. Pop it in the basket for 2. Thank you very much. Falcon a little late with a defensive swing there. Not got her timing right. Eunice plucking an extra point. Oh, good scoring again from Eunice. What's happening to Lightning tonight? There's another 2 blues. Well, neither scoring on that swing. it's all over. Eunice wins that event by 9 points to 3. And in the replay, we can see Eunice there with plenty of time to pluck off 2 blues before lightning gets there. Kickboxer Eunice isn't the only high kicker in the family. Her daughter Carly was invited to join Cheerleaders G-Force in a dance routine before the show. Look at that. She's even wearing her own little gladiator leotard.
I wanted to get into marathon running, but then along came along came boyfriend, baby, then husband, in the wrong order. But then, like, we settled down, we got our house, and husband's in a good job. He supports me, like, 100%, money-wise and and support-wise, he's excellent. I couldn't wish for someone better, and he's got me baby there, so I'm well happy, like.
And there are Eunice's greatest supporters, husband Mark and little Carly. They're both going to be happy as Eunice extends her lead 25 to 16.
So now we move into the men's event. Raring to go, it's our soul man, it's Lee. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Andy. Tonight they face Hunter and Cobra.
And looking at Cobra's statistics, same height as the Wolf and at just over 15 stone, should have plenty of spring in his step to cope with the Soul Man.
Gladiators, ready! 3, 2, 1.
60 seconds to pick up as many points as possible, and both contenders scoring with ease. There's one for Lee, and 2 for Andy. Cobra doing a good job on Lee, but another point for Andy. Gets a free swing at the cylinder. What's happened to the Hunter? Cobra late there. Lee managing to pick up another point. Hunter mistiming his defensive swings, and he plucks another 2 points. Cobra doing well on Lee. Tough for the big man this event. Hunter standing there just admiring Andy's swing. Oh. Jumps this time, blocks him. It's all over. Andy wins it. 6-2. Neither contender picking up the bigger points, though. Now, if we look at Hunter, he's just too late for the party. And so after 4 events, Lee is on 7 points, but Andy a massive 29. Next event, duel.
Our kickbox champion Eunice is up on her platform, and she's going to be facing the deadly Nightshade. Over to John Anderson.
Tender, ready! Gladiator, ready! On guard! 3, 2, 1.
Oh, Eunice first to get stuck in with a great headshot. Nightshade coming back into it, though, now. As a martial arts exponent, Eunice should be used to this. Taking too many blows for my liking. Nightshade giving it everything. It's a standoff. Oh, swings and misses. It's a good battle. The family liked it. Eunice's mum, Anne, can now relax. In the replay, we can see Eunice defends like Chris Eubank. Backs off, allows her opponent to take a swing, and comes back with the counter-punch. But also like Chris Eubank, taking a few too many blows for my liking.
And next to face Nightshade is Lorraine. Over to John Anderson.
Contender, ready!
If we look at Nightshade's stats, she's 7 inches taller than Lorraine and 7 pounds heavier.
3, 2, 1.
A lot of people say it's better to take the second fight because the Gladiators tired. Other people say the Gladiators just warmed up. And Lorraine giving some good blows. And taking some. Nightshade is fired up, using her height, but can't take her off. Oh, lots of headshots. They're raining in, but Lorraine's got a firm base. Oh, takes one after the whistle as well, but it's 5 points safely in the bank. Oh, as Nightshade steps across, see that height difference. Lorraine's mum, Mary, there, obviously got a sore throat from shouting.
Contenders, come up on the dual platform and meet Nightshade. That's when they discover that £5,000 and a brand new car is very hard to win.
Nightshade summing up the difficulty of this competition, which at the moment has Eunice on 30 points, Lorraine on 21. And here comes a gentleman who epitomises that difficulty. Undefeated over 2 seasons in this event, and whenever a male contender arrives at Gladiator Arena, the first question they ask is, will I have to face Shadow in duel? And looking at these stats, you know why they ask it. 6'3" and 17.5 stone.
On to the men's event. And Lee is going to be facing the awesome, the ferocious Shadow! Over to John Anderson.
Contender, ready!
Lee giving away 6 inches and 4.5 stone.
Gladiator, ready! Under.
His mum, Kath, holding her breath.
3, 2, 1.
Lee gets the first shot in, but it's not a question of blows, it's more a matter of time. He's taking some bad headshots there. Shadow getting in more hits than take that. And that. In the replay, you can see that pugil stick bending under the force of the blows.
Lee, you've heard all the stories about Shadow's eyes. There's a bit of talking going on up there, a bit of psyching each other out.
He loves a bit of grunting. He loves a bit of grunting. I didn't look at his eyes. I didn't think that was going to achieve anything, but I thought, in actual fact, I thought it was okay. I thought if I could keep my balance, I could hold it. But I think I was giving back quite a bit. But just see, when he makes a good blow, it just goes straight through your body. And it just makes your legs start to wobble, and you've got to keep... It's a very small podium, really, you know?
Lee, I don't think anybody would have been able to withstand that last shot. That was a hell of a shot.
Yeah, he got me good and proper. 4 marks, but there you go.
Well done.
Thank you.
Let's hear it for Lee!
Just look at the power in that last shot.
I really thought I was going to do it.
Well, there are perks to this game, and that's one of them.
And next up is Andy. Over to John Anderson.
Contender, ready! Gladiator, ready!
I mean, the kids are completely in love with Wolfman. That's what they call him. But I think once they get
get behind me. They'll support me, no problem. Be completely behind me. When they come to a lot of triathlons I do and support me, and they get that into it, cheering and shouting as I go by. When I get home, they have their own triathlon, and they do 2 laps of the block. Then they'll come in, run down the drive, and do 2 lengths in the bath, and that's their triathlon.
Well, little Katie might be the only person in the world who thinks he could win this, but in Andy's eyes, that'll be good enough. Hammer time, Shadow straight to work, nearly overbalances himself with the force of his blow. This is hammer time, and the final now is just about to be knocked in. Goodbye. Is there anybody out there who can defeat this man?
Man.
He is wild, isn't he?
I felt good when I went up there, and I've got one major headache now.
And you looked like you were crying when you were standing up there.
I was. That hurt. Every one of them. It nearly knocks your head off, it really does.
And does he talk to you? Is he trying to psych you out?
No, he just growls at you, just to intimidate you.
I mean, what were you trying to do? Were you trying to actually land any blows, or were you just trying to protect yourself?
I was doing my hardest to fight, but he's just so fast you don't know where you are.
Is he so strong?
That's incredible. That's the hardest I've ever been in training. We've only had 13-stone blokes hitting us, and the difference there, that is unbelievable.
That is why he is the best.
That is one event I am not going to look forward to again.
Well, Andy, at least you live to tell another tale. Well done, Andy. You're still alive.
Thanks a lot.
Shadow, a few words. There you had it from one of the contenders. You're the hardest hitter. You are the best.
Well, you know, they're here for the ultimate challenge. And myself and my people, we're here to provide an ultimate challenge.
Shadow, congratulations. Let's hear it for Shadow! The Dog Destroyer!
Even in defeat, Andy's still enjoying an enormous lead. 7 points to lead, 29 to Andy.
Well, after 5 events, we're going to have a break. But don't go away. Join us after the break on the Gladiators!
Welcome back to the National Indoor Arena here in Birmingham, where we're just about to find out which of our 2 contenders are going to make it through to our quarter-finals. It's eliminator time. Now, in the women's event, Eunice leads by 9 points. Each point is worth half a second. That will give her a 4.5-second head start.
Eunice, you will go on my first whistle. Lorraine, you will go on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
Over the high and low hurdles. And Lorraine not that far behind already. Onto the rope climb. Here comes Lorraine. Struggling with the rope there. Eunice extending her lead onto the cargo net. And Mum can't bear to watch. And all the contenders say that this is the toughest part of the course. Lorraine safely across the rolling beam. They can't bear to watch it. Sheer grit and determination gets you up there. And now, Eunice on the zip line. Great one-point landing. And Lorraine still on the cargo net. It should be all over if Eunice keeps her balance. And you have to say that once she felt Lorraine on that cargo net with her, she moved up a gear. Pumps up the travelator, there she is, our third quarter-finalist, Geronimo, Liverpool housewife, Eunice Huthart. And Lorraine still enjoying herself right to the end. Powers up the travelator. And plenty of time to take her bow. What a great contender from the army, Lorraine Stanley.
Eunice, you're the first woman, I think, who's made that assault course look quite easy.
Well, as I say, my trainer, I've got the best trainer anyone can have in the world, Alfie Lewis. And he's focused me right. And today no one would have beaten me.
And hopefully he'll give you a little bit of extra kick for the quarters, right?
Yeah, extra kick, double kick. And just say hello to my husband. I love him so much, and my baby and my family. I love you out there, man. Thanks very much, everybody, for the support.
That's it for Eunice.
Well, Lorraine, unlucky. 4.5 seconds. That's a lot to make up.
Yeah, it was. I mean, as soon as I saw her go for that G, I just wanted to get out there and enjoy myself. I don't feel as I've lost one bit. How can you come this far and lose?
Lorraine, you certainly haven't lost. But, Lorraine, you flew up that cargo net.
Well, that's what I was hoping to catch her, but she was just a bit quicker than me. But I'd just like to say I've had an excellent time. It's been worth it.
That's the most important thing. You've enjoyed it. Let's hear it for Lorraine! Before the men's eliminator, let's take a time-out.
My favourite gladiator event by far is Powerwall. I love the furious nature of the competition there, the fitness of the contenders, and the way you can hit them really hard and they just jump up and go for another ball.
My favourite gladiator event is Powerball. I enjoy Powerball because obviously of my rugby background, and it's the only event really where you can get hands on to the contenders and rough them up a bit.
My favourite event is Powerball. I think that's probably because at school I didn't get a chance to play rugby or football. So now I can tackle for the first time, and I discovered that I actually enjoy doing it.
Powerball, I think, because I love tackling. I used to play American football and rugby. But I like duel as well, so I love the contact sports.
I tend to like them all. What I do like is hang turf, Powerball, wall, Skytrack, and pursuit.
My favourite gladiator event to do has to be the wall. It's a really exciting event to perform in. But to watch, I would have to say the pyramid. It's great to watch. Very exciting.
My favourite gladiator event would have to be the duel. Reason why? It takes a lot of skill, speed and agility, balance, and there's no escape.
So now it's time for the men's eliminator. Andy was ahead by 22 points. That will give him an 11-second head start. Andy, that should be quite reassuring.
It sounds good, but after a week of practicing, anything can go wrong. You've only got to fall off the handbike and you've got a 10-second penalty there, so I'm not banking on anything. I'm just going to try and keep my head and go like mad.
That seems very sensible indeed. And for you, Lee, a little bit behind, but we've seen in previous gladiator games that really, that doesn't mean a lot.
Yeah, he's got a good head start, but once again, I'm just going to give it my best shot. If he makes a mistake, then hopefully I can get in there and beat him. But I'll just give it my best. We're both here, just going to give us all we've got and then see what happens at the end.
I know you'll be close behind. Very best of luck to you, Andy, and to you, Lee.
Well, with the tremendous support Lee's had this evening, he's not going to want to let them down.
Andy, you will go on my first whistle. Lee, you will go on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
What is he doing? An 11-second head start in any other event and it would be all over, but in this, we've come to expect the unexpected. And Lee's after him. Andy straight on the handbike. And Lee making a meal of that rope as Andy touches down across the rolling beams. Pumping away there. And Andy close to the top of the cargo net. And And Lee pulling back that 11-second lead all the time. And Andy checking where Lee is as he comes down the zip line. Now, keep your balance, son. Oh, and those 11 seconds proving to be just too much for Lee. Oh, stumbling on the travelator, but makes it up. Andy Riddoch from Leeds, our third men's quarter-finalist. Lee will want to complete this course for his family and friends. He may have been beaten by his opponents, but he won't be beaten by the eliminator. And he powers his way to the top of the travelator. His girlfriend Sue and sister Jackie have used up just as much adrenaline supporting him as Lee has in taking part. Well done, Lee.
Well, Andy, you gave us a bit of a scare there, over the log, made a bit of a mess of it, going up the cargo net.
There's our panicking. My plan, Leeds is such a powerful opponent. My plan for the day was to be 5 seconds behind and being lighter. This was my event. I mean, I was glad I had a head start.
Did you know where he was at any time?
I could see him coming up the net at the top of the zip line, but I just ran for my life. I just went for the finish.
You had an incredible day. When you first started, you said the only one you were worried about was the sky bikes. You've done so well all the way through.
Yeah, I was worried about quite a few games, but I suppose I just psyched myself up.
Bit of a dark horse, aren't you?
Yeah, I would say so.
Well done, Andy. Another winner on Gladiators. And Eunice!
Lee, you must be very disappointed, needless to say.
Yeah, I'm very disappointed. I tried my best. I just didn't feel as though I was firing right today, and the games just didn't go right for me, not making excuses. I'd like to say thanks very much for all my family and friends for the support. You've been very, very good. I'm sorry I didn't win for you.
Delighted to see you get to the top of the travelator and come through the mesh. So I'm sure they've had a great day out, and we'll be very, very sorry to lose you. Let's hear it for Lee! Well, sadly, that brings to a close yet another episode of Gladiators. But of course, you could always join us for some more action next week here on the Gladiators.
For safety reasons, do not attempt to recreate any of the events you have seen on Gladiators.
There is nobody as good at adding tension and fear to a countdown than the one and only John Anderson. His black and white striped shirt has been crisply ironed, ready for the occasion. More Gladiators need to challenge next, whilst over on pick, border security, Australia's front line.